Alright, what's going on, guys? Today we've got the best decks in Clash Royale, so I'm going to be using the highest win percentage decks and the best decks that you should be using to be pushing ladder. These decks are awesome, and we're going to start off here just with the Goblin Giant Sparky deck. This deck has like an insane win percentage right now in ladder. Super insane. It's been great for the last 2 seasons. I honestly, it's just incredible. So we'll go for the Goblin Giant with the Sparky here. He's going to use his ability, but our Goblin Giant is locked onto the Little Prince here. Let's fireball this. The E-Wiz does get killed as well. Honestly, he might be kind of screwed here. Let's go for the Little Prince behind. If he tries to surround the Sparky, then we have the Little Prince ability that can kind of clear stuff up after. We should get one shot. We get one shot. Let's use our Little Prince ability. Push that Knight away. Get out of here. We get the Guardian on the tower as well. And you see here, like, this deck is just, it's honestly insane. You can win a match so fast. It's infuriating when I play against it in top ladder. I feel like I play a perfect game and then, you know, one push and I'm done. And I'm sure some people can relate to that no matter where you are in ladder. So it is a really solid deck. It has the Evo Knight as well, which is, you know, solid no matter what. And honestly, one thing I feel like that's underrated about this deck is the Sparky is so good defensively. You know, especially up against Hog Rider. Like, it's not like they're going to drop a Hog Rider in the same lane as your Sparky. We're just going to let that go. I actually, like, I don't think there's really any point in playing a big expensive counter right now. He's going to have to defend. He uses his Little Prince ability. We get the E-Wiz down. He's really, man, he's really missing his timing with his E-Wizard. I honestly, I do feel bad because I've been there. Man, that Sparky is just mopping things up. Let's go for Goblin Giant opposite lane. I'm pretty sure he's low on elixir. Another really nice thing about this deck is the Rage spell is just, like, insane. I don't know what this guy is doing. He's just going to let the Goblin Giant go. Let's use our Little Prince ability here. There's his Hog Rider. We'll use the Goblins. Another really strong deck in this meta. You know, like, just absolutely insane. And, you know, as you can see here, I'm not even, like, fully leveled. You know, because we're playing Trophy Road and not Path of Legends, the level cap is 15, just the max level. So, you know, like, it does well no matter what. We'll just go for the aggressive Goblin Giant, and we'll play the Little Prince behind. I wouldn't always, you know, support your Goblin Giant with Little Prince, because with the Little Prince nerf, he does take so long to get more damage, but if you can get him standing still behind the Goblin Giant, you know, like, once he's locked on tower, that's when he really puts in work. Mega Knight. Okay, we're going to play our Goblins here. He was saving this. Our Sparky isn't going to be a solid defense here because of the E-Wiz. We're going to use our Little Prince ability. Alright. We could Fireball, but I'm not even that worried. We'll just play our minions. And that'll be our first game done. Pretty easy win. So yeah, this is a great deck, and we'll go right on to the next one. Using Hog Cycle. Now, there's a couple things I want to say with this deck. Number one, if you're looking for a card to level, in my entire time playing Clash Royale, Hog Rider has always been good. There has never been a time where, like, I've never ever seen Hog Rider in the meta. So I'm not saying like it's always been the best card, but it's always been a solid card. So if you're looking for a card to level up, Hog Rider is not a bad option. Number two, you can mess with this deck quite a bit. You can use the original regular version that uses Musketeer instead of where I'm using Little Prince. Or you can use Firecracker. I'm using Evolved Knight. You can use Evolved Firecracker. So there's a ton of ways that you can mess with this deck. And the last thing that I think is really important is the fact that this deck, if you get good with it, I feel like you can become pretty solid. What that means is, like, it's not an easy deck to learn at the start, and it's not an easy deck to defend with at the start. And so if you can get good using this deck, then that skill is going to translate to a lot of other decks. I'm not saying you're going to turn into a god. I'm not saying that people who play Hog Cycle are better than anybody else. But it's not an easy deck to learn how to play defense with when you very first start using it. And so it's a pretty good deck to learn how to play at the start. Now let's now that I get that out of the way, let's just hop right into this. Let's lock in here. Get the Little Prince. His Little Prince locks onto ours. That's crazy. But we'll get him down. Let's play our Goblins here. Let's play a Tesla as well in case he tries to go crazy with a Hog. That Tesla should kind of stop any tomfoolery that might be coming our way. We'll just wait a little bit now. We have a Hog versus Hog matchup. He plays the cannon there. I'm gonna be honest, what he just did there, don't do. You almost never want to just play your building out of the blue like that, because one, if I'm gonna make a push, I'm gonna use my Earthquake. Two, like, I can just wait a little bit and that cannon's going down, and it's not defending anything, it's getting no value. I'm just going to build up a slow push, and that's totally fine with me. So I'm going to go for the log. I have the little prince behind. He's going to log as well, so I'm actually going to put my goblins in this and be annoying. Now I'll go for the earthquake. Make sure when you're making your push, you're not overcommitting with your earthquake. I used it there because, you know, I knew I had a ton of elixir, but I do see a lot of people where they overcommit with the earthquake at the start. There's the Hog Rider. We play our Tesla because we know what's coming. He has the little prince behind. He's probably going to use the little prince ability, truthfully. His little prince is going to have to walk. Let's play our goblins here. Let's go for a Hog Rider. Going to play the earthquake right here in the middle for the cannon. Got it. And, you know, like, that's a pretty quick cycle, and a pretty easy game to win. And so it's a great deck. Just remember that you have to play it kind of slow-ish at the start. You don't want to overcommit at the start, because if you get behind in elixir, it's going to be hard to catch up. We're just going to earthquake cycle and then log as well. Play our ice spirit here. Good game. Go on to the next. Hey guys, for this deck, listen, I just want to start this off by saying I do not condone using Egiant, okay? I am joining the dark side here, but I'm not saying that this is the way to go. I'm merely showing you guys the best decks to be using for ladder. So just to preface this, I don't condone using Egiant. I'm not saying you're a bad person if you do. It's just, you know, a little bit of a controversial card maybe sometimes in ladder. No hatred here. I'm just saying, I'm not saying that Egiant is always the way to go, but this is a really solid deck. It became quite popular in the 20-win challenge. He just used his E-Drag, so I'm actually going to E-Giant opposite lane because I know he's low on elixir. He's going to play a defensive pump, so we're just going to play our bowler here. Like, that's absurd. But, like, I don't know how he's going to do anything here. I guess actually the little prince play was pretty smart. We're going to tornado all of this right here to the middle, which is a messed up thing to do. But yeah, we'll get some really good damage out of this. The defensive pump, honestly, like, I don't want to say it worked because he's taking quite a bit of damage, but, like, he didn't lose his tower, so I guess, like, game has to respect game, you know? With this, but yeah, this deck, it became really popular with the 20-win challenge. The lightning is what's really devastating in this meta. You can get so much value using your lightning with this deck. I'm not actually going to use my E-Giant. I'm going to hold on to my lightning. See if he plays another card and get some value out of it. Play our little prince here. Now, the annoying thing about this deck is you can start your bowler in the back, which, like, completely shuts that lane down. So you like, I'm going to wait until I have more elixir because I just used my lightning. He's going to have to counter that little prince, so we'll see what he does. He plays his lumberjack, but, like, you play your bowler right here, nothing's getting through that. Okay, we're playing up against Golem. Let's go for the E-Giant here. We got our tornado ready when needed. You can just tornado everything into your E-Giant and slow it down. Let's go for the tornado right here. And I'm not going to lightning because this bowler should take out most of what we need. If you're going to play a defensive cannon, make sure you play it one to the right or to the left, depending on what lane they're pushing. But you just want to play it one to the side. That's the big thing. He's got this Evo Knight coming. Let's just play another bowler. And then we'll bar barrel. That E-Dragon is going to get some pretty solid value. Let's tornado all of this shit back, just so that you know, nothing happens. Okay, let's see here. All right. Let's go for the bowler, just same lane, shut it all down. Let's wait a second. Alright, good game. Yeah, pretty solid deck. I'm not condoning the use of it, but I'm also not saying that you can't. Guys, we're going to be using Minor Poison up next. He's going to go for the Dark Goblin. We're just going to play our skeletons here. Get the Miner on the tower. He plays E-Wiz. We have our little prince. We're just going to play that. The really nice thing about this deck is you can cycle so fast and double elixir and just, like, poison cycle that tower. It's really infuriating when you're playing up against it. Another really important thing is if they're going to be starting stuff in the back, just go for the poison. It's so much value that you can get, and it's definitely worth it, you know. Every time I see that Magic Archer in the back, I'm going to poison. Especially because Magic Archer is so annoying. Like, you can get so much value so quick. That cannon cart's just going to sit there, which is annoying. So we're just going to go for a miner. We're not going to wall breakers yet. He's going to play the knight to defend. We could cycle. I think we're just going to cycle our skeletons here. And then we're going to play our knight to defend this. The nice thing about this deck is you can also get your Evo Knight going really quick. Now, one thing I should say, wasn't expecting that. Let's go for the bomb tower. One thing I should say though is you can swap out Evo Knight with Evo Archers if you want. Granted, you do need to use like Knight or something as a tank in this deck. I'm not saying that you don't carry Knight, but what I am saying is this deck does run, you know, there's an Evo Knight version, there's an Evo Archers version, there's kind of just everything. Let's go for Wall Breakers. He's going to play an E-Wiz, so that's unfortunate for us, but we do have our Evo Knight. No way that gets a hit. That's ridiculous. Honestly, I would be mad if I was him. There's no way that should have got a hit. We're going to play our Evo Knight. I mean, I guess there was a way that it should have got a hit. This is what I hate about Magic Archer, man. Is when they play it at the bridge like that and they get so much damage. We'll play our Little Prince just because I hate that card. He's going to play Cannon Card again. We're not going to play any more counters. We're just going to slow it down. It's really easy to get behind on Elixir with this deck, so you do need to really make sure, like you need to defend everything because these matches are going to be long and it's going to be chip damage. But at the same time, you really do need to make sure that you're not over defending. Okay, his Cannon Card's going to get a lock. That's okay. Let's go for the Miner. We're going to use a Poison as well. Get the E-Wiz with that. This is where we win these. Let's go Wall Breakers opposite lane. Screw this guy. Actually, I have nothing against him, but you know, I'm tired of letting him build up those pushes. We're gonna log, then we're just gonna poison. Hopefully we can take that Cannon Card down this time. It didn't last time. Okay, good. We got him down. Man, Little Prince is crazy. We'll just go for the Miner again. This is what I mean. Like, you can just cycle poisons and you can cycle damage so fast. It's really quite nice. We'll go for the Dark Goblin. Let's just play our Little Prince here. He's got the Bandit. He's gonna use his arrows. We'll play the Evo Knight here. Good luck, brother. I'm really sorry, but I think you're a hoop. Go for the Poison here. Go for the Wall Breakers. He's gonna play his Battle Ram. We're just gonna use our Bomb Tower here. We get the Wall Breakers on tower. This is what I mean. As soon as you have them down on Elixir, it's game. There's really nothing they can do. We get one hit and we'll get 2 hits. Good game. You already know what time it is. Here's the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you guys like this video or if you want more videos like this, because there's definitely a lot more decks that I can, you know, show off. I feel like it would be a pretty long video to put all of them in one video. So if you guys want a part 2, I can put some more of like the Golem decks and just other decks that are pretty good in this meta. Just let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Please subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.